In August of 1998, I traveled to Benelux countries. My trip started on August 9th in Amsterdam. Here I am. I lived behind the main train station, so there was a little bit of a walk. Here is the street called Damrak. You can see the train station behind the trees. This is like the main part of the city, and it's on one of the many canals, and from here, many tourist boats also depart. And this is the Royal Palace on the Dam Square. I did not go in last time. I only did that in 2025. Here is the square in front of the Royal Palace and the monument on that square. And here's me standing on the bridge over one of the canals, just taking a nice view. And this is what's called the Rijksmuseum. This is the main museum of Amsterdam. I, of course, went there, and this is the famous Night Watch by Rembrandt, probably one of his most famous works. I filmed quite a lot in Rijksmuseum, and here are just a few shots that I cut out of a very long movie. Here is another view of the Night Watch. They have an interesting collection of doll houses. Here you see one of them, and in a moment, here you will see another. There is that other dollhouse I was talking about. Here is the room for various tapestries. More Rembrandt works. This one as well as the one on the left. This is a older Dutch paintings. You can see from the style. Some porcelain exhibits. Or china, not sure what it's actually made of. And some furnished rooms. Another museum I went to after Rijksmuseum was Museum of Van Gogh, but unfortunately they did not let me film. And my next activity was taking one of those boats around the many canals of Amsterdam. Once again, here are some boat houses. I filmed a lot, and here are just a few, I guess, parts of the movie that I made. There is a nice view. Can see it very well, but it's many bridges one after another. People park very close to the edge of the embankment. And here I am at the end of the first day in front of the Royal Palace. This is the second day. After all the other places, I went to Anne Frank House, which unfortunately they're not allowed to film inside. And on the third day, here it is, I went to the Maritime Museum in Amsterdam. One of the things they did was they staged the burial at sea. Here are a few fragments. Again, I filmed a lot, but these are, I think, are the most interesting parts. One last thing, just walking around Amsterdam, as you can see, it's getting late, and I found a Russian circus that I visited in the evening.